It's going. Just to make sure there's water coming out the back. Yeah. Look at that. I'm just checking for exhaust leaks. That's like cool to the touch, which is great. Barely even vibrating in here, so that's good. Nice and secured. I mean, it's getting warm, but it's definitely not hot, which is great. We don't want it to be too hot. Let's continue on back here. Let's see what we can see. But check it out. Why does that have water seeping out of it? Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. See that water dripping there? That usually doesn't do that. So that cavity back here on the other side of this bulkhead is the swim platform. And our exhaust goes through the swim platform. So what I'm thinking is we might have a leak in our fittings at where the exhaust goes through the swim platform. So that's not good. Let's go give that a check. So we do have a slow leak. So the exhaust hose comes through there, goes back, connects there. And that connection is that guy. And our leak is right where that got. So you see it dripping down there? Ever so slightly. But too much for my taste. So that's okay. Not bad. But not great. Man, it's like nice and cold too. Heck yes. Alright. Let's put her in gear. See if we can move her forward and see what happens. Yeah, I think we should do that. You guys, you're never gonna believe this. So this going forward actually slows the engine down. See? So you really want this to slow down when you're pulling it back and then faster when you're pushing it forward. But that's okay, we'll just switch those around in there. And then this, I believe, is also reverse too. Forward is actually reverse, and reverse here is actually forward. So that's a quick and easy fix. But what you won't believe is we have a tachometer. That wasn't working when we bought the boat. And the hours meter wasn't working when we bought the boat either. So, I mean, if you want to fix your tachometer and your hour meter, then just let it sit around for 2 years. Problem solved. Anyways, I'm chuffed to bits. I love it. Feels like a real boat. We could actually go someplace. I do have that small exhaust leak that I have to contend with and figure out. But you know what? That was the exhaust system, that through-hole was the one that we didn't replace that. So maybe it's kind of telling us that, hey, if you're gonna go to all this trouble to replace all of the other exhaust components, you should probably replace me too. All right. couple steps forward, couple steps back, one step forward, couple steps back, couple steps forward, one step back. It just never ends with the boat, right? See all this orange in those like paper towel looking things right there? That is diesel fluid, or fuel, excuse me. It's diesel fuel. So what I am hoping happened is when I was bleeding this system, this is the fuel pump, and then to get the air out of the fuel line, you crack this open and then you pump this until you like stop seeing air bubbles come out. And because we redid the whole fuel supply and return, there was clearly a lot of air in the system, so I had to pump a bunch. So what I'm hoping, fingers crossed, is that all of that pink looking fluid, the diesel fuel, was a result of me doing this and not a leak in the system somewhere else. So right now I'm just cleaning it up responsibly. We have these oil absorbent pads that I'm using, and making sure it's all good and safe and legit. Above the board? Above the board? Above the board? That must be a nautical term. Yeah, it must be a nautical term. Leave a comment down below if you think above the board, or if you know where above the board originated from. But anyways, we're keeping things above the board here on SV Yara. So I'm going to clean this up, eliminate all the fuel that's down here under the engine. Luckily, the way the engine sits, it's in a pan, kind of like its own oil pan, and it's not connected to the bilge, which is great. So any fluid that gets under the engine just stays there. So I luckily don't have fuel that has run down into our main bilge area, but there's certainly fuel under the engine. So I got to get that all cleaned up. I'm going to run the engine again, and if we have more leaks, or if we see more fuel, then we have a leak that wasn't a result of me doing the bleeding the fuel lines. So that's the plan right now. Hopefully we have enough of these little oil absorbent pads to get through it all, because it's kind of a lot, ain't gonna lie. And so I am a little bit worried that maybe there's another leak beyond just the bleeding, because it is kind of a lot. But there's water mixed in there too, so we'll see. I'll keep you updated, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I got the diesel oil fuel spill all cleaned up. So now I'm gonna go see if I can maybe fix the exhaust leak in the swim platform by just maybe tightening the hose clamps there. Maybe I didn't tighten them all the way. I'm pretty sure I double checked all of them. But gosh, wouldn't that be a nice resolution for that leak back there? So I'm gonna try that, and then start the engine again and look for fuel leaks and exhaust leaks. So let's go tighten the exhaust leak. Okay, here we are. So the exhaust leak was coming from up in here. So those hose clamps, do they look loose? Yeah, look how much of the tip is. See these hose clamp tips? There's so much tip sticking out, and they're back here. Maybe they're less tip sticking out. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and tighten that. See what we can get. Look how beautiful it is out. So nice. Nice breeze. This is how I have to look at. So this is my position for working here. I got my upper body on the swim step, and then basically water connected to Hawaii, and then my legs back here. Boat yoga. All right, enough of that. Let's get this tightened and start the engine. Take a look. It's actually easy to see without using my camera, so you guys are coming along for the ride. See, I can hold my phone, my phone right here, and record this, and I can see my work. If I wasn't doing this, I couldn't actually see anything that I do in this area. So it did need a few twists of tightening. So look at those nuts or bolts compared to those now. So I'm thinking we're on the right track here. I'm gonna go start the engine again for the second time in 2 years. Yes. And then we'll check for fuel leaks and this exhaust leak. It's dirty down there. I should clean that up. We'll get this fixed first and then we can clean it up. All right, she's purring. Let's look for any fuel leaks down here. Oh yeah, look at started right away. Okay. All right, well, now we know. See that right there? Fuel leak. Okay. So I don't want this to run for too much longer because clearly we gotta shut this off. But let's go check the exhaust water and the leak back there. Okay. She's pooping good. And down here. Let's see, what do we got? Ooh, no leak down here, potentially. I'm gonna get my hand in there and feel around. Okay, so I think we fixed our exhaust leak. It was totally bone dry back there, but she was still pooping out cooling water. Very, very strong, and that was good. But, excuse me, I'm out of breath. I had to do this pretty quick. But we do have that fuel leak, so I'm gonna start poking around and see maybe what that is. Maybe it's just tight. It's probably just a matter of tightening a hose clamp or something, is my guess. So it is looks like it's coming from a place where we did add new hoses, so that's at least promising. I'll give you guys an update when I catch my breath and when I figure this out. I think we found it. That was pretty easy. Come around over here. So I'm in the quarter cabin, and you can see drips right there. See that? Boop, bloop, bloop. And that is a hose that we replaced because it's, look how shiny, new, and nice it is. So actually, that's a good thing. Oh man, sorry. Boat yoga today is really rough on me. But actually that's a good thing because now I should probably just be able to tighten that hose clamp, I would guess. That's the hope. But good news is we did find it, so we'll see what we can do to fix it. Okay, I think I found what might be the culprit of our leaky, drippy fuel hose. You see how that one is misshapen and bent, and this one's nice and round? So clearly this isn't getting a full seal all the way around where the hose slips on this little nozzle. So let me show you the little nozzle. So that little like bronze brassy looking nozzle right there, the hose slips on over that, and then the hose clamps down onto it. So if you can imagine a hose clamp that is oblong in shape, of course it's not going to clamp easily on all sides evenly. So it's too late in the day now to get this going again, but I'm going to come back at a future time and put this one on, and then this one's probably just going to go in the trash. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, that is our problem with the fuel leak. I got the fuel shut off, I got everything shut off, so it's fine sitting there. Probably will have to bleed the system again. That's fine. But hey, I'm glad we are finding this. So it's, you know, it's kind of like a process of elimination. Find, you know, see a leak, where is it coming from? All right, we found where it's coming from. Well, what's the matter with where it's coming from? Okay, well, there's a hose clamp there. Okay, let's tighten the hose clamp. Okay, well, that didn't work. So let's pull the hose off and pull the hose clamp off, and now we found a problem. So we will fix this problem with a true round hose clamp, and then if that doesn't fix the issue, then maybe we'll just switch out the hose. I have extra hose. It's not a very long length of hose. We'll just cut a new piece of hose and put that on. And if that doesn't work, then, well, I'm kind of out of ideas off the top of my head. To the internet. And we do some research, and we look at the diagrams, and we, you know, look at how the engine is constructed and what the system that thing supports and all that. So process of elimination, it's time consuming, it's a lot of work, it's, you know, a lot of effort, a lot of boat yoga, but I think we had a good day today, and you know, we definitely made the boat just a little bit better, and that's a good day on the boat. Hey y'all, we're here aboard SV Yara once again today, where we spend most of our free time. So today I've got Bella with me. She's a good girl. Yeah. She's not in a good mood. And we have Devin. Hey, babe.
Hey.
She's working on setting up the patio for us because it's summertime, and well, it's gonna be summertime, and we're gonna want to use it. So she's getting it all together, right, baby?
Can't wait.
All right, so I think I'm making progress. Actually, I've taken 2 steps back, but hopefully we should be cooking with gas now. So, well, cooking with diesel fuel now. Anyway, okay, so I actually pulled off the whole hose, the fuel line hose here, and the other one was oblong too. So I think what happened is that this hose, the inner diameter is just slightly too big for the actual outer diameter of our nipple where this thing hooks up, or I guess it's more like a hose barb, or the hose hooks up on the engine. So because this was just a little too big, when these were being clamped down, they just bent themselves because there was nothing for them to clamp onto. So I've got smaller hose clamps here, and I have a slightly smaller inner diameter hose. I think we're gonna have good luck with this hose because it is, like I said, smaller than the one that was on there, and smaller hose clamps. So that'll hopefully give us a nice tight seal. So yeah, we're gonna give it a go, and we'll give you an update on how that goes. The sound you're hearing is Devin. She's out there. I don't know if you can see her right there. She's out there pressure washing the docks to get things set up for the nice weather season. So, anyways, progress all around. I'm gonna get this hooked up. There's not much interesting things to see. I'll give you guys a check-in on how that goes, and maybe our fuel leak will be fixed. That would be nice. We'll keep you informed. Let's do it. She's a runner. Let's see what we got over here for our fuel leak. From what I can tell, that sucker's fixed. Yeah, fixed. Fixed. Fixed.
Nothing this guy can't do.
Yeah, baby.
Literally nothing.
Isn't that nice? Let's run her up a little bit. Okay. So, engine's running. You can hear it, right? Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm in a really good mood. Today's my birthday, and we have a functioning engine, no fuel leaks, no diesel exhaust leaks, probably some other leaks, and definitely some rust and some issues overall. But she's a runner, so I'm thrilled. What a great birthday present. A running engine, nice and cool, no leaks. Pretty awesome. Alright, so anyway. Spent a lot of time, a lot of effort. You know how it goes. A lot of effort. It's a boat. It's an old boat. It's a yacht of love. See you guys on the next one.